And we know that you certainly blame Russia for this dam collapse. Currently, there are investigations ongoing. What we do know is that the catastrophe that is the very dam collapse itself is wide-ranging. Just explain what the sort of, what the fallout and the impact has been from this collapse, and how wide-reaching is it?
Good afternoon. The blowing up of Kakhovka Dam is the largest catastrophe caused by Russian invaders since the full-scale invasion began in February last year. The Kakhovka Dam is located on the Dnipro, and Dnipro is the third largest river in Europe. The dam held the largest water reservoir in Ukraine. Due to the destruction of the dam by Russians, a giant wave washed away everything downstream. The Kakhovka reservoir has already lost 72% of its water. This Russian act of terrorism has catastrophic consequences for the environment, not only in Ukraine, but also in the entire region. Russia has wasted 18 cubic kilometers of fresh water. This amount of water is enough for the entire planet to consume for 2 days.
Russia, of course, laying the blame on Ukraine for this breach. Hang on, sir. Have a listen to what the defense minister said earlier in the wake of this attack.
Aiming to prevent the offensive operations by the Russian army on this section of the front line, the Kyiv regime committed an act of sabotage, or rather terrorist act. It led to the flooding of substantial territories and will have dire and long-lasting environmental consequences.
As we await the full investigation, and I know what your perspective is, sir, you're very definitely blaming the Russians for this. What has happened is that you've said the Black Sea is turning into a garbage dump and animal cemetery. Clearly, the impact is awful and has long-term consequences. Do you have a recovery plan in place at this point? What does that look like?
Dead fish and animals and oil spill of no less than 150 tons, sewage waste, chemical and field, and this is drifting down the Dnipro River into the Black Sea, which washed the shores of 6 countries, including Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, and Georgia. The Black Sea is connected to the Mediterranean, which washes Europe and the Middle East. Impact on climate change, we understand the impact on climate change, that over 50,000 hectares of Ukrainian forests have been flooded. At least half of them will die. Massive forest fires and raging on the Kinburn Peninsula, and the road leading this is completely flooded. Russia is nullifying decades of efforts for leading climate scientists worldwide. We understand that potentially we lost about 20,000 wild animals lived in the flooded area. And we understand that there is a lot of nests of birds from all over the world. Migration through Ukraine are growing. Even endemic plants and animals are dying underwater in this territory. 9 sites of the Emerald
Let me just... Yeah, you're describing a real disaster here, both with regards the ecology, the conservation. This land being submerged creates such havoc. You are Ukraine's former minister. You are Ukraine's environment minister. I'm broadcasting this program from the UAE. You tweeted earlier that you welcomed your Emirati counterpart in Kyiv. You said you discussed the upcoming COP28 summit, due to be held here, of course, in Dubai later this year, as well as support in the post-war green carbon neutral recovery of Ukraine. I just wonder, for the benefit of this more regional audience, what kind of support has the UAE pledged or provided for your environmental post-war recovery?
First of all, I would like to say that we connected with all countries, with all ministers, with European Commissioner Virginijus, and we got a lot of support from countries, and we got a lot of support from European Commission and other countries who now with Ukraine. For example, we have a huge support from Lithuania, which sent every week vehicles, cars, some units for our national park. We always understand that we need to get the support about scientific, about our European integrational process and other issues. So today is very important, all support what we can get from our partners, from our friends, and this is really great support of Ukraine for today, and I want to thank for all who support us at this very, very difficult time.
Sir, it's good to have you on. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.